Let's get right into it. Number 8, the brain's panic button. What is that weird, dizzy, tunnel vision feeling? That's your brain dramatically screaming for help. It all starts when the blood pressure in your head suddenly plummets. Instantly, specialized sensors in your neck and chest called baroreceptors detect the problem. Think of them as hypersensitive security guards who just saw the oxygen supply get suddenly cut. They don't file a report. They send a frantic code red signal straight to your brainstem, yelling that the CEO is being starved. And your brain, being the drama queen that it is, doesn't bother with a polite email. It slams a giant red panic button with both fists. That panic is the dizziness and seeing stars you feel. It's your brain's way of yelling, "Hey, fix this. Lie down before I shut everything down myself." It's like a computer on low battery. The screen dims, things get sluggish, and it's about to force a shutdown to save itself. Your brain is just doing a very dramatic version of that. Number 7, the Great Blood Migration. Your body contains about 1.5 gallons of blood, which is usually distributed pretty evenly. But when you stand up, about a pint of it immediately relocates to the giant, squishy blood vessels in your legs and torso. Think of it like a sudden, unauthorized pool party happening in your lower body. Your veins, being flexible, just swell up to accommodate all the new guests. While your calves and thighs are having a grand old time, swimming in oxygen-rich blood they absolutely do not need while you're just standing there. Your brain is in a crisis. It's the most oxygen-hungry organ in your body, demanding about 20% of your total supply at all times. Suddenly, its delivery service has been rerouted. The blood pressure in your head plummets because there's literally less fluid up there. Meanwhile, your brain is upstairs, wondering why the oxygen delivery guy is 3 hours late with its pizza. Number 6, gravity's betrayal. Imagine you've been comfortably chilling on the couch, lost in a digital rabbit hole for the last hour. You're a motionless, happy potato. In this state, your body and gravity have a truce. Gravity is content just holding you down, and your circulatory system is on cruise control, casually pumping blood everywhere it needs to go. But the moment you decide to spring up to grab a snack, that truce is violently broken. Gravity, which you thought was your passive friend, suddenly turns into a mugger. It aggressively yanks on all the liquid in your body, pulling it downwards with incredible force. In the span of a second, a significant portion of your blood volume is unceremoniously shoved from your chest and head into your legs and abdomen. It's less of a gentle flow and more of a sudden, internal waterfall. Your body, which was expecting a calm, lazy day, is now in a state of emergency. It's a high-speed heist, and your brain is the primary victim. Number 5, the body's emergency response team. So, is your brain just left to starve every time you decide to get off the couch? Of course not. Your body isn't that incompetent. The same system that sounds the alarm also dispatches a ridiculously fast emergency response team. This isn't a conscious decision. It's all handled by your autonomic nervous system, the part of your body that runs everything you don't think about, like breathing, digesting, and now, saving you from passing out. The instant those baroreceptor security guards scream, "Code Red," a signal flashes to your brainstem, which immediately deploys a counterattack. It sends commands rocketing down your spinal cord to your heart and blood vessels. This whole process, from the initial blood drop to the counter-assault, happens in less than a second. You can't even decide what to watch on Netflix that fast, but your body has already declared war on gravity, mobilized its troops, and sent them into battle. Basically, your body has an internal SWAT team that's faster than your Wi-Fi. Number 4, the squeeze and pump. What does this emergency response actually look like? It's a two-pronged attack of brutal efficiency. First, the nervous system orders the muscular walls of your veins, especially in your legs and abdomen, to squeeze hard. It's called vasoconstriction, and it's the equivalent of your body wringing out a sponge to get every last drop of blood back upstairs. This sudden, powerful clench forces all that pooled blood out of your lower body and shoves it back toward your heart. Second, at the exact same moment, your heart gets the command to start beating faster and more forcefully. It's like a car engine that suddenly goes from a quiet idle to redlining in an instant. This supercharged pumping action grabs the blood being returned from the legs and launches it with maximum force up to your head, restoring that precious oxygen supply to your brain. It's a violent, coordinated effort to defy gravity, all happening in the time it takes you to say, "Whoa, head rush." Number 3, when things go right. That brief, bizarre moment of feeling like the room is a spinning teacup ride, which then evaporates as quickly as it appeared? That's not a glitch. That's the glorious sound of the system working perfectly. The dizziness you feel is simply the lag time. It's the microscopic split-second gap in a high-speed race between gravity's relentless downward pull and your body's almost instantaneous, heroic defense. Gravity gets a tiny head start, and for a moment your brain feels it. Honestly, the fact that you don't just crumple into a heap on the floor every single time you stand up is a minor miracle of biological engineering that we take completely for granted. Think about it. An entire chaotic sequence of events, blood plummeting south, biological alarms blaring at full volume, veins squeezing like pythons, and a heart suddenly racing like a getaway car. All happens flawlessly thousands of times a day, completely beneath your notice. You just stand up and your world remains stable. Your body's emergency response is so absurdly fast and efficient that 99.9% of the time, the crisis is fully resolved. Before your conscious brain even gets the memo that there was a problem. That dizzy spell is just you, for a split second, catching a glimpse of the frantic, chaotic, behind-the-scenes ballet. Your body performs just so you can calmly walk to the fridge for a snack. Number 2, giving gravity an advantage. So if our bodies are so great at this, why does it get worse sometimes? Why do you feel extra dizzy when you're sick, or when you get out of a hot shower? Because you're accidentally sabotaging your own defense system. The most common culprit is dehydration. When you don't drink enough water, your total blood volume decreases. Think of it like trying to run a massive plumbing system with half the required water. The pressure is naturally going to be lower. When you stand up, that smaller amount of blood rushes to your legs, and the pressure drop in your head is far more dramatic. Your body's response has to work much harder to fix a much bigger problem. Being hot also makes it worse. Your body tries to cool down by widening the blood vessels near your skin, which is the exact opposite of the squeezing your nervous system needs to do. You're basically giving gravity a map and the keys to your circulatory system. Number 1, the astronaut problem. Want to know who has this problem worse than almost anyone? Astronauts. After spending weeks or months in zero gravity, their bodies completely forget how to deal with standing up. In space, there's no down, so blood doesn't pool in their legs. Their autonomic nervous system, the heroic SWAT team we talked about, has nothing to do. It just sits around, gets lazy, and goes out of shape. When astronauts return to Earth, gravity hits them like a truck. Their bodies have lost the lightning-fast reflex to squeeze the veins and speed up the heart. Just standing up can cause such a severe drop in blood pressure that they can easily faint. It's why you often see them being carried out of their capsules. A big part of their physical rehabilitation is just relearning to stand, training their circulatory systems to fight gravity all over again. Their bodies have literally forgotten how to deal with the planet they were born on, all because they took a break from our planet's most relentless bully, gravity. That's all for today. I'll be making similar videos in the future. Subscribe to see them.